Okay, everybody, welcome back. So I want to go over my blueprint here. So this is one of the first write-ups I did on the psilocybin and blueprint. The blueprint, I call it, was from zombie to permanent crown. The crown at your top of your head. This is my actual map that I used in Zero Theory. This is exactly what happened to me. Um, and it's just my map of how I opened my pineal gland, crown, and root. So this is my wake up call. So, sorry, I'm going to be looking over and reading. Again, I'm not good at this. I'll get used to it eventually, probably, but I'm going to read this. So at the time, I was a single dad drowning in bills. I was full of anger. I was 35 years old with a bunch of stored trauma. One night, the pain got so loud, I begged for the universe for help. The answer came as psilocybin mushrooms and a strange knowing that they were medicine, not drugs. And that's a big key. Psilocybin is medicine. It is not drugs. The government knows this and they lie about this. That's why some of the Joe Rogan and a couple other people are starting to come back to psilocybin. Um, the only two tools that worked for me were psilocybin mushroom whole fruit non-extract. Um, it's the bulldozer, basically, that rips out hate, ego, fear, ancestral grief faster than 20 years of therapy ever probably could. Adding in THC at the beginning, flower or carts, is a doorkeeper. Basically, it keeps the channel open. The heavy, how did I say this better? It's a gentle doorkeeper that keeps the channel open. It helps your body move through frequency, basically. The progression actually works. And phase one is ego demolition, 1 to 2 grams every 10 to 14 days. Basically, you're going to cry, you're going to puke, you will see every lie you've ever believed. Let it happen. This is the trash going out. Phase two is the deep rewrites, 3 to 5 grams in silent darkness. Full moon windows are rocket fuel. So if there's a night you're doing full moons, get candles lit. It helps. There's really no science behind it. It's just trust me, it helps. And whatever your I would say soul music is, put on your soul music, put on an eye mask, and just lay there and let whatever comes out come out. For me, it's Celtic somatic drums that helps. So when you do this, put on your mask, put on your music, and then there's no talking. You stop tripping and start remembering who you were before the world taught you fear. Phase three, heroic coordination dose. Once you feel like you're comfortable there and your body starts feeling better, you up the dose 5 to 7 grams one time. When you're no longer afraid of that number, because it is a high number, it's a lot of psilocybin. For me, it's about 2 heaping spoonfuls. I don't have a scale. I should probably get one. But I base off feeling. It's basically you're giving your body consent, whatever you feel consent. If you feel comfortable with it, you'll be fine. So when this happens, the veil doesn't thin, it incinerates. You meet the real you, the light beings, the ancestors, and the future bloodline all at once. You come down glowing, never fully coming back down. Then phase four, integration, permanent residence, daily or near daily micro THC hits evenings. Keep the body relaxed and the crown humming. Cold doesn't really bite anymore. Panic becomes a fairy tale. You walk around with warm hands and a quiet heart in a world that suddenly looks like an 8K HDR. Your full visual receptors, your pain receptors, everything resets and the trauma and tension comes out. It is profound feeling. Everything relax. Number four, non-negotiable that made it stick. Set and setting. Candles, playlist ready, phone on do not disturb, sacred music, non-recreational. How to do it. Lemon tech or coconut water chaser kills nausea. Lemon tech is basically you grind up the psilocybin and you put it into lemon. This helps kill nausea. It helps smooth out the psilocybin to kill out nausea. It helps to come up and it helps to come down. At certain points, you're going to want to do what they call sacred oil. So you're going to want to take coconut oil, organic coconut oil, put it on your temples, your pineal gland so it soaks in, on your chest, and I do it on my feet because it absorbs to your feet. Um, then during your journey, zero talking during the journey. The medicine speaks louder than any human ever can. When you are on it, breathe slow. I call them nose sips. So the sips the entire time will basically make you hold your breath. The psilocybin is going to control your breathing and get your oxygen levels down. Through my experience, this has happened 20 plus times, and now I barely have to breathe. I would say I breathe a little bit through my nose probably every other minute. I don't really need oxygen anymore. What actually leaves during these higher stages, chronic anger, gone in about 3 ceremonies. Ancestral trauma, you'll meet and forgive and thank them. Basically, the psilocybin goes through and shows you the trauma and allows you to accept the trauma, whether you really want to or not. Most people that try to do it sober can't ever get to the root problem. So the root problem comes from the psilocybin, and it really doesn't give you a choice. You're gonna face it one way or another. You're gonna cry. You're gonna feel a sense of calm after. On top of that, fear of death, cold, authority, or abandonment. Um, you'll find through the breath holds that the fear of death kind of just goes away because the psilocybin literally makes you hold your breath in a high dose until you almost feel like you can't breathe. And the psilocybin is hunting out pain in your brain. You'll feel it go through your body through the passages, and in later episodes and explanations, I'll get to that. The feeling that something is missing. What shows up instead is permanent inner warmth, literally never cold again. My thermogenesis is through the roof. I live in New York, so it gets very cold here. I can go outside in 20-degree below weather for over 20 minutes and not even really feel cold. You'll get goosebumps at the start, but you'll notice it doesn't feel cold anymore. Like it's cold, but it's not detrimental cold. And this has been proven in monks that can sit outside, meditate in negative-degree weather in shorts. And that can be looked up. Let's see, what else do we have in this? Synchronicity. Can't speak. That's still a tough one. Synchronicities are ridiculous. So things you'll find when I first started doing this, when the body went through a major reset, I would notice the music would match up to what I was reading sometimes. I would read a word and the music would sing the word at the same time, and there were other ones as well. Also, your desire to say you control someone, it just goes away. Whatever someone wants to do with their life, just let them do it. That is what it is. And a knowing that you're here to hold space, not fix people. Everyone's here for a purpose. We don't know. The government has tried to control us and tell us that we're just here to work and die, and that's not true. History shows us that. Pyramids show us that. Ancient temples show us that. Built out of rock and granite that we have no idea how they did it. I think we do. It's out of frequency base, I'm pretty sure. But we'll find out eventually, I'm pretty sure. And the final note in this isn't about getting high. This is about going home while you're still in the body. The mushrooms aren't the destination. They're the taxi that drives you to a place that you've never actually left. Once you're home, THC is the porch light you leave on for the rest of your life. That's a start of where I'm starting to get with psilocybin. Again, I'm not some researcher that has looked into this. I'm not some researcher that goes out and spends all my time memorizing all these words and all this other stuff. I'm a normal person that takes care of my daughter and works every day, that got fed up with the medical industry of getting nowhere. I'm trying my best to get this information out now. I have tried to get it out in other places, but people just laugh because they're scared of high dose psilocybin. When you can look through ancient history and even Jesus Christ's time, that psilocybin was used in almost every single civilization there was. And that's how I believe civilizations in the past got so advanced. The self of I was not there anymore. The self of me, I, that ego in the past, I don't believe was there. Um, so in the next couple episodes, I'll start going over somatic releases and everything that the body has started to release for me. There are certain things that have happened that I call blissful play or optional breath. Your body resets, and when it goes through a severe or high somatic reset, your body goes into this blissful play. You get tingles throughout your whole body. Breath becomes optional. Like the first time it happened, I held my breath for over 5 to 10 minutes without even trying. It's just your body is naturally comfortable and doesn't have fear. Um, so I would like people that have made it to the end to share this, and I'm going to start getting the actual information out as well. So I guess everybody have a good day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.